Hey, sorry it took so long. It looks like the area had some rain recently, so a lot of the nearby twigs were a bit damp, so I had to go further in. Hey, are you okay? You look a little freaked out. Oh, yeah, I can totally see how you would get scared out here on your own. But don't worry, this is a well-traveled camping area. It might seem like we're out here alone, but I saw several campfires and lights around when I was gathering the wood. That's worse? Really? I've gone camping out in the middle of nowhere before, and I feel like it's way spookier out there. I mean, in complete isolation, where if something were to happen, no one would hear you scream. Hey, hold on. Don't panic. Like I said, the camping community is a surprisingly supportive one. It's why I chose this place for your first camping trip. It's not a big campground where you can see like 30 families, but it's not in the mountains either. If something happened, people would come to check on us. Promise. Come on. Let's get this fire started so you can get some warmth back into you and you'll start to feel better. Have you ever started a fire like this before? Perfect. Come here. I'll show you. So, first thing you want to do is to gather your materials. There are three things you need to start a fire: heat, fuel, and oxygen. Usually you'll have something like matches or a lighter to be your heat, but you can use this. Flint struck against a piece of metal can cause a spark, which can cause flames. To make it easier, you should also keep magnesium with you. That catches easier than brush or wood will, like this. Next thing is fuel. It's impossible to catch a spark or even hold a match to a log and have it catch fire. Tree bark is resistant to fire. It's the ground that catches in things like forest fires. So, you want to build a bedding of kindling. Newspaper or dry grass is best. Once that catches, the third element is oxygen. You just want to blow into the flame to stoke it up so it'll be big enough to catch the branches. And once the fire is big enough, you can put the logs in. You want to try? Here. Just let me get behind you. Go ahead and move your arms down and quick. Yes, just like that. A few more times in quick succession. Hey, it's okay. No need to be afraid. It's just a little fire. As long as you handle it safely, there is nothing to fear. Whenever you're ready, try again. Perfect. Now blow just like this. Yeah, just like that. Let it build. Hey, look at you. Fire on your first try. That's great. There actually is a more important part to campfire making I didn't mention: how to tend it and how to put it out. Don't ever start a fire unless you have a way to smother it quickly. Either dirt or water. You don't have to worry about it since it's not an oil fire, so as long as you don't catch oil on fire when you're cooking, just don't use oil while cooking in the woods. And make sure you let it down to embers when you go to bed. Never sleep with a fire raging. Only you can prevent forest fires. Sorry if I got a little too much into that. Did it at least, help you with your anxiety? Okay, good. Glad my vast knowledge of fire starting was enough to drone on long enough for you to forget about your anxiety. I brought the campfire classics: hot dogs and s'mores. All the important food groups. I love a good campfire dog where it tastes like smoke and wood. You can't match it for anything. But I have to tell you something. I don't know how much of this is true, but when I was setting up the tent earlier, some other campers were passing by and let me know something they heard about. It sounds crazy, and I feel like I would have heard about it before now, but it seems too elaborate to be fake. They said they saw some missing posters of a teenage girl stapled to some trees, and I didn't see any, but they said it looked new. There's a family that owns this land, and they run a campsite down near the lake. And they said that the girl in the missing poster has the same last name as the landowners, which on its own is tragic, but the real freaky thing is, a decade ago, another kid went missing out here. They say he was walking back to the main house, but never made it. They never figured out what happened either. It started raining soon after, and they just never found him. And the crazy thing is, it was the landowner's grandson. So that's 2 kids taken now. I don't know. I know the story of the son, but nothing was ever concrete. They blamed it on a serial killer that used to hunt in the area, but he killed women, not kids. Yeah, they eventually caught him, and I don't know if it's true. Those guys were just saying he broke out of prison recently, which it can't be true. They were just trying to scare people. But what if it is true? Well, he was locked up upstate, and they'd be looking for him. It would take him weeks to come back here, assuming he's coming back at all. Look at you. I'm just pulling your leg. Come on, that's the plot of a thriller book I was listening to on the way down here. Pretty freaky stuff though, right? Ow, ow, ow. Okay, relax, relax. If I ever thought there was even a chance that something was out here that was legit dangerous, we'd be back on the road towards the nearest motel for the night. You don't think I'd actually let anything happen to you, do you? It might seem silly, but I love camping. I would never want to do anything that ruined it for you. There's just something about disconnecting and getting to look up at the night sky. I wouldn't do it all the time, I love technology in the modern era, but it's just nice to leave it behind for a night. And I wouldn't want you to be so scared that you hated doing it. There's nothing to worry about out here as long as we don't leave food out, but I don't even think there's been a bear sighting here for years. Then why did I tell you that story? I don't know. I guess because horror stories around the campfire are tradition, but I don't really like telling ghost stories because, who's gonna believe those? Alright, what can I do to make you feel better? What about some bear facts? I mean, bears are, really cool. Did you know they have the largest brain to body ratio of any carnivore, and they have been seen using tools? Mm-hmm. They've been documented using rocks to activate bear traps so they can eat the bait inside. And captive bears have shown they can count and discern group sizes of objects on the same scales as monkeys. They were also the largest mammalian carnivore to live on land. It was 6'5" to the shoulder on all fours. That was one big bear. Do I know any other bear facts? Do I? Did you know that a bear's normal heartbeat is 40 beats per minute? And they can see all colors. And 98% of the grizzly population in the US lives in Alaska. And for the longest time, scientists thought pandas were related to raccoons, and they weren't actually bears. And bears are born hairless. Bears don't poop when they hibernate. Their bodies make waste in the protein, and we don't know how. And Ursa Major, the constellation, is the Thor largest constellation. In fact, look right here. See the Little Dipper? It's actually right under the eye of the Ursa Major. Why do I know so much about bears? Well, they're just kind of cool, They go to sleep for months and don't die, and they're really just on a never-ending quest for food. They're really just kind of like us. Do you feel better? Okay, good. I'm sorry for freaking you out earlier. Sometimes I just do dumb things. Thanks for not bolting. I really hope you enjoy it. And don't worry, I'd never let you sleep on the ground. Even if it is a rite of passage, I brought an air mattress for you. So, do you forgive me now? Yeah, I thought so.